Hi everyone, and welcome to All About You, a program designed with all of you in mind. And today we are here with Graziella. How are you, Grazi?
I'm fine. I'm happy to be here.
Me too. We're very happy to have you here. And we have Liliana once again. How are you, Lily?
Hi, I'm good, thank you.
Great. And today we are going to be talking about fashion. Yes, for us women, this is something that we always... Some of us are always looking into, to be updated, to be modern, to see what is like, what is out there. Many of us, especially those who don't have a lot of, how can I say, skills and knows really well how to compose a look. We're always searching for new looks and ideas. So it's good. It's good for us to be updated. There's nothing wrong with it. It's nothing wrong even to be in fashion, as long as you don't lose yourself along the way. And this is what we're going to be exploring today. Because this is what we see happening a lot, isn't it, ladies? How many people end up losing themselves and not even having that sense of what is good for them or not, just because something is in fashion nowadays.
It's true. I think it happens a lot, especially, I have to say, with me, I'm still young, and we do tend to, see what other ladies are wearing, and, we might have, oh, I want to get that top, oh, I want to get those pair of trousers. But I'm honest to say, I've had that experience that I saw a friend with that amazing top, but when I got it for myself, I was like, uh-oh, it didn't really go, it didn't really work. So we have to be really kind of like watchful to what suits us best. Because just because it's in fashion, if it's out there, doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to wear it. It might not fit me, but it might fit somebody else.
I think, Lily, that many people are still learning more about themselves. And when you don't know much about you, your identity, you are lost. You just go with the flow. Whatever people say to you, this is what it's on, this is what we are using now. You don't even like it. But, everybody is using it. It's like a uniform. Everybody has to have that piece of clothing. And it's not necessarily like that. It has to go with the message you want to give to people. I cannot stress enough how important it is to have a good presentation. It's really, really important to develop good senses in how to dress. We have to make this effort, but we cannot lose ourselves, as you said, in the sense of just buying something to please people, but it doesn't really
represent you.
It represents who you are, doesn't really represent what you believe. And I think this is where people are not really, They
lose balance because many people, they are very insecure. They're very, very insecure. So they look for role models. They look for people to look up to. So many times they go to these bloggers, they go to these celebrities, and they look at them wearing some certain clothes, certain, or wearing a certain kind of makeup. This person which is so successful is wearing that, or if she's using that, so it must be really nice, it must be cool, so let me wear it as well. Without thinking about what you just said, without realizing that, wait a minute, is this really good for me? Does this really look good on me? Does this really match my personality? These are questions that you need to ask yourself. Also, as you said, we need to emphasize once again on that. Does this match my beliefs or the message that I want to pass, the message I'm sending? Because the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you behave, and also the way we dress, always send a message to people. So what kind of message are you sending? And there are so many people that became even fashion, we call them fashion victims, isn't it?
Some call them slaves.
Yes, I've heard that one as well. So I prefer to call them victims.
To put it lightly.
Yeah, to be a bit light about that. So there are many people who become like that. They lose that sense of what it's really nice or really looks good on them. They lose completely that sense of what is good or what is not good. So what happens to them? Like, for example, today, if I tell you, for example, Grazi, to wear a bright yellow lipstick, I'm sure you would not wear it, isn't it? And many people as well who are listening to us, they would say, no, not at all. I would never leave my house wearing a yellow lipstick. But if tomorrow yellow lipstick, it's in fashion, they're gonna put a very bright yellow lipstick and they think they're, wow, I'm awesome, I'm in fashion. So they allow fashion to dictate how they should live their lives, they should wear, how they should behave even. Instead of, okay, let's say it's not wrong to be in fashion as long as, let me see here, this top, for example, which is in fashion, it's according to, it's something that is discreet, for example, or it's something that I really like, or it's something that I really like, or it's something that matches my age, as you were saying as well. Because there are many people who don't dress their age, isn't it?
It's true.
And it becomes really odd. And there you have to ask yourself, how much do I consider God in all of this? Because if you have an objective with the way you are wearing, with the way you are dressing, if you have an objective to send a good message, a positive message, to, you know, make the other people comfortable with you, that's good. But when you want to impress, you want to call the attention of men, you want to drive men crazy with what you're wearing, then you are not considering God anymore in what you are wearing, in the message you are passing on to people. And I think it goes with the fear that you have inside of you towards God, in asking Him, wait a minute, God, is this okay? What do you think? You know, am I gonna draw the kind of wrong attention to myself?
I was just gonna say, a good way that, with what you're saying, I do this, and one thing that really helps me is I look in the mirror. Literally, I look in the mirror by myself, and I look at myself. I turn around, Lily, does this look
all
okay?
The angles.
Yeah, indeed. Because indeed, sometimes, many times, women can be misrepresented. And I just have an example. For example, when someone goes for a job interview, let's say, I don't know, just an example, it's going to a law firm. Realistically, no one will go to a law firm, you know, just dressed anyhow. Again, don't want to give just an example like jeans. No, you would go in a corporate wear. So imagine you go in there, you might have the best degree, you might really be a great lawyer, but you just misrepresented yourself through what you are wearing. So I just wanted to pick up on that, Grazie, that it's so important. Sometimes people miss opportunities without realizing because they're misrepresenting themselves with what they wear.
And especially us, right? We are representing not just that, but we are representing God. And representing God is a big responsibility.
Exactly. We have to watch as well our intentions, why we're wearing what we are wearing. When you ask yourself this question as well, if you are, wanting to call, as you said, too much attention, you want to be the one, you want people to look at you, why do you want that attention so much? Why do you need to show yourself to people? If you're really confident within yourself, you know who you are, you love yourself, and more than anything else, you want to please God. As they said, you don't need to go that direction, that path. So, of course, when you're not sure, she was saying about asking God, of course, God is not going to come in a voice, look, my daughter, you shall not wear this clothes, this is not good for you. Of course not. So, every time you're not sure, you don't feel comfortable about something, my advice to you is not to wear it, because if you're not sure, then you're going to ask people for their opinion, so it's not really you. So don't go by what other people say only. Go by what is inside of you. Be careful not to lose yourself along the way, because many people, they end up losing themselves. They end up entering a world that is not their world anymore. Even their beliefs start being compromised because of the way they have been living their lives, going too much into fashion, too much into pleasing people, too much. Especially nowadays, things are so fast that what was in fashion yesterday, today is no longer. So you're already old-fashioned, and you always have to be, catching up all the time. So be careful not to fall into this trap, and take into consideration all the tips that we have been giving you. So think about the message that you want to pass. Think about the one you're representing. Think about the idea, the goals you have in life, and what you want to pass to people around you. If you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't see that message in the way you are wearing because you are so focused on what is in fashion out there, then consider the way you have been choosing your clothes or your wardrobe, considering working on that from now on. And I'm sure that this is going to help you a lot in your life, in your decisions, in everything. All right, so this is what we have to pass to all of you today. We hope that you reflect on what we have been saying here. We are not going against fashion, not at all. As we said before, you just have to be, to be careful not to adapt yourself to fashion, but you have to adapt fashion to your life, to yourself, to your life, to your principles, to your beliefs. All right, so I hope this message has helped you, and we hope to see you as well here next week, Monday, with another topic. If you have any questions to us, you'd like to talk to us personally, if you are in the UK, if you're in London, you can send us an email to godlywooduk@uckg.org. And if you have any questions for us, you'd like to receive advice, you can send it to us to godlywooduk@uckg.org. If you like also to book an appointment to speak to any of us personally, you can do so as well through this email address. All right, if you live in London, in the UK, you can do so. So thank you so much for being with us one more time, and see you next week, ladies. Bye-bye.